sanded all these. Now I'm going to get them screwed up. So that's 5 window surrounds done, 2 portholes glued and cramps off, 2 more there with cramps on. So we've took everything out of cramps, and now you can see what we're left with. We've got all of the foam glue oozing out, and what we're going to do today is we're going to take as much of this paper off as we can. Then we're going to belt sand them level, because we're going to machine them up. We want this to be nice and flat both sides, so it'll spin round as ring fence better. I hope you're finding it interesting, seeing how we're doing our boat. And if I could ask if you're getting anything from these videos, I'd really appreciate if you could like and maybe consider subscribing. It really helps us out, especially small channel trying to grow. I really would appreciate it. We've got 4 of these portholes, and we've got 5 large oak surrounds made. They're what we left as 21mm spacer for when we did as timber battens round windows, because these 20mm windows then, when we're out on us panels, they'll just slide in nice and snug. We've took most of this paper off so it don't get clogged in the sander. I'm just going to sand both of these faces up, and then we can look at setting spindle moulder up to get these done. So we've got a Hoover set up. We've got 80 grit sandpaper with pinched Etty. I normally have Henry, but we've got Etty today, so we'll get these sanded flush. And that's basically what we're going to do with all 4 of them, so we'll get them done. You can see, because we use these dovetail joints to pull everything together, we end up with a really nice joint. So what we'll do now is we're going to strip this spindle moulder down, take all this fence off, and we're going to put this ring fence on so we can do us round portholes. We're just going to change these cutters around. They're on quick release. We just slide these into, feel that little groove, and just nip them up and centre it a bit, and then spurs will do the rest. Alright, so that's no cutters in. So we can now get set up. Put that small spacer on so it keeps us blocked as close to the shaft as we can and get a full nut on. So we'll just wind this block down, So we've got our porthole, the one with the step lip, the smaller side, that's going to be the inside what goes to foam. So that's where we need to put our template. This is going to run around ring fence, because we've cut this perfect, and then we can screw it on. And just check it round to make sure that as porthole is further out than there's the template, which it is. So when we put this on, we've got a screw that goes into here on this thread, and then the nipple that goes into this hole here to stop it spinning. A bit dusty, hasn't been used for quite a while. And this winds it in and out. So that's up and down, this is in and out. And we want it just further than flush as that spins. You can always wind it back, but you can't wind it out. We just need to set up some extraction. This is just to hold this here. Obviously we'll try and catch as much as we can, but inevitably some just goes all over the place. There's no real good way of doing this. We just have to do the best we can. Alright, so we'll give it a whirl. So we've got us everything set up, there's ring fence set and everything, so we'll just do this one inside, then we'll check it for size, and then we'll go again. Be a bit noisy because I need extraction on, so I apologise for that in advance. And then we just follow this line all the way around, nice and steady. We're now going to set it up to rebait. So that spade will be cutting that at 13mm. And we need a 16mm setback from here. So we're going to drop. So we've just lowered that, so that lit our porthole. So we're moving this back now until we get 16mm. There we go, 16mm. Lock it off. So that's all set. I'll timber a lattice fence. Just need to put his guard back on. Extractor back on. And now we're going to rebait that. So we're going to use this router cutter now to, that's going to come in here and put this radius to make us portholes look nice. So get this cutter in. puts that nice radius on. Cutter's a bit blunt, so it's burning a bit, but that'll be alright. We'll sand that off, no worries. So we're going to do that on the outside edge and this inside edge. I'll put the dust mask on for this. Right, here we go. So that's gone pretty well, and that's how we make our portholes. Welcome back. We're fresh off his holidays. We've just come through today to do a few little bits. We're not sort of getting everything sorted. We had everything covered up and laid flat. I've just took these dust sheets off and them top boards. What we're going to do, we're going to look at routering to size, so that these windows and these portholes that we made, we can try one in and make sure that they're accurate and that they're going to fit. So we'll cut a template and a little jig to mark out where we want it to gutter, and we'll get to it. So we're going to cut template for this. So we've got 271. That's what so that's what we're going to cut out. So we're going to cut this out. So we've measured from edge of this porthole 40mm. I'm going to make a jig now that when we hold it to glass, it slides, it hits that 40mm from edge of this window, and then we can mark where this template wants to be screwed on. So we've got his jig cut, slides over as it's this inner frame, and we can just put his marks on all the way around. Like that. Now we'll get these screws out, we can offer a template up, line it up with these marks, router it out. Now our porthole's got a lip on it that hangs over 20mm. So we can put a screw in just inside 8-10mm. We know that it's going to be alright. So we've routed it, pushed this foam back, because it's a bit squishy, this gun foam. Just push that back out of the way, and then we've got a porthole, and that should fit in. Yeah, that just fits in, and it'll leave just a couple of mil gap all the way around to get it when we seal it round, seal it in. One thing you need to make sure when you fit these is where these joins are, here and here. Just pick middle and make sure that goes smacked at bottom, and then if you do get condensation, it drops on that, it keeps away from these two joints and stops eating into glue. Oh yeah, happy with that. So I've made this template. Got to align these lines what we've put on with his jig. Now when we've put his windows in, we're going to have a 50mm trim on, so that's how we can put a screw in and not worry about it. That's a good fit. We'll have a mill packer all the way around and plumb back level like that, and that trim will go round. Yeah, happy with them.